Alrighty, YouTube live. Alrighty. Hassan Mahadi, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Let me know if the mic's okay. I'm on a setup at Kane's place right now, so making sure that it's all set and ready. Alright, let's get this posted. I'll respond in just a second here, folks. Just getting all the live stuff figured out. Trades. Futures. Bang, and then we go here, and we go here, and we go. Bang. All right, that's all live. Let's get the chat open now. Chat. What's up, big dog? Mahadi, what's up? Cream, echo. Oh, there's an echo. A bit of an echo. Ooh, not good. Like, how bad? Let me see. All set and ready. Holy shit. Not too bad. All right, let me see if that makes it a little better. One sec. I have no idea. Like small cave, worse now. Shit. Okay. Voice is like double. Yes, boss. All right. Panos, what's up? Hassan, Arturo, Rhythmic. Good morning. Big echo. Okay. 1 second. All right. What's up? Oh gosh. Okay, we're trying to figure this out. Good morning, Pradeep. What's up? Kareem, Echo, I'm fit. It's reflect like something. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe if I decrease this. Guys, I have no idea. I'm on a completely new microphone, new setup. I'm at Kane's right now, Trader Kane's. Hunter, what's up? Good seeing you. Sheena, there's a mix. It's monthly, and there's also lifetime. That's a bit better. Okay. Well, I'll also just talk a little quieter. Maybe that'll help a little bit. By the way, chat, if we get 100 likes on my Twitter post, I'll do a face cam stream today. FYI. Now good? Okay, sweet. So I guess it was just decreasing the input a little bit. So I'm glad that it's all set. Or maybe not all set, but at least a little better. Oh, howdy, everybody. We have had quite an aggressive morning. As many of you may or may not know, this morning we had none other than our PPI at 8:30, which is hence why we had a literal 120 point freaking move. Like, look at this price range, guys. From the 8:30, we had a literal 118 point move off this PPI data, which is pretty intense if you ask me. So now we do have our data highs and data lows though. So what am I looking for today? Well, typically when I do see data highs and data lows, I'm going to mark these out as our data high and our data low, because this now created a range for us to potentially manipulate into this New York AM session now. So we're going to mark this as our data high and our data low. And so here we see, what am I now looking to see with this New York AM session? Well, as we see, we did form my model here at these lows. Obviously, it was news data, so a trade would have not been taken on my end. But we do see that we did form a nice manipulation of the 8 AM low with the 8:30 sweep of this data into a long signature back above this breaker. We had the same entry model form here on ES as well. So what am I looking to see? Well, clearly we are getting some type of a run up to our data highs now. So with this New York AM session, ideally I would like to see a sweep out of these data highs, since if we look on the higher time frame here, we are in very much so a bullish move, as we can see. There's an echo, or is it just me alone? Is it still really bad, guys? Is it still really bad? Nah, it's not too bad, just a bit. Okay, I'm gonna lower the input even more. Maybe that'll help a tiny bit. Let me know if the microphone is too quiet now. If it's too quiet, let me know. I just want to see if we can fix it a bit. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. No, you're good. It's fine. Don't mess with it. All right. Well, okay. Well, I just turned down the input a little bit. Maybe that'll help with the echo a tiny bit. So what am I looking to see? It's much better. Sounds like you have 2 audio inputs going. Now it's better. Don't worry. Okay. Sweet. We will do that then. Oh, I think I know why. Oh, I know why. Yep, I know why. We're good. Sorry, chat. I had, whoever said 2 audio inputs, I had my mic aux and my audio input capture. That's the only reason why we had double sound. So we should be good now. Sweet. Should be no echo now, right, guys? Better now? It's worse now. Oh, crumpet. Okay. Now what about this? Okay. What if it, I'm doing final test here, then we'll get into it. I can only hear out of 1 ear. Oh gosh. Better? Okay, perfect, great. Okay, you guys are awesome. Just leave it. I'm leaving it now. I'm sorry. Sorry, chat. I just need to get it good. Oh my god, great, better. Okay, I'm on a Shure SM7B, so should be good, I hope. Alrighty, guys. Run you through my analysis now. What are we seeing with NASDAQ and ES here? Clearly, we saw that we had this 4 a.m. London session on Wednesday, which is today. We saw a London session retrace into some EQs. So we had some 4-hour EQ retraces here into a continuation higher. So London ended up having a sweep out of some lows, which led to an eventual continuation higher into this 830 high. If you look at the 4-hour as well here, what are we seeing? Well, look at this, guys. We are currently approaching none other than our all-time highs here, right? So for today, one big thing that I will be watching for is to see a potential sweep of all-time highs. We are only 68 points away. So there is a chance that with this, we can see a continuation higher into this all-time high range. And so this is what I'm going to be watching primarily for today, is to see if this 930 open leads us to have some type of sweep into our all-time highs. And then if we sweep out of these all-time highs, I will be anticipating looking for some type of short setup off of the all-time high sweep. So that's kind of ideally what I'm looking for today, would be a sweep of these all-time highs. Here we see with ES as well. ES is actually currently in our all-time highs versus NASDAQ, which is not. So ES currently at all-time highs, NASDAQ is not. This is forming a major 4-hour SMT at the highs, right? So this is currently what I'm looking for today's just general trading day here. We are a couple minutes off of 930. We have exactly 8 minutes until this 930 open here, and we are seeing a retrace where we pulled into this 30-minute equilibrium, and then now we are seeing an expansion higher off of that. So for myself, this is what I will be looking for today. Do you have any questions in chat, though, kind of while I wait here? On CFDs already, we take that high on NASDAQ. No, I know. Crazy. Yeah, I'm so tempted. Do you like shorts on CL? Let's peep CL. CL here on the higher time frame, giving a good bearish sentiment. What am I seeing though? We do have this draw that I'd like to be swept out here. I would wait to see 930 open, see how we react, because we did form quite a large fair value here. So that is one thing that I will be watching for, is to see us if we respect this fair value at 930, and if we do respect this fair value, I'll look for an entry with my stop above the fair value and then target this draw at 63.16. Best streamer ever. Damn. You trade, dude, Cater, I appreciate it. Welcome back, by the way, dude. Volume is low. Okay. So what we do is we hit this nice little output and we scale it up. So this should be a lot better now. Audio should be quite loud now. Great. Cater, I appreciate that. Do you trade London? Any tips for London session? London session is my bread and butter. Always look to see some type of manipulation of Asia through London. So here we have this London session here. What did London do today? This is actually a fun one. We swept out some London highs, but what did we actually see occur during London? We formed a major accumulation phase. This accumulation finally led to a 2 a.m. sweep of the 130 low. And so typically when I trade London, what am I looking to see? Well, I like to see a manipulation of Asia's high or Asia low, or I like to look for a higher time frame sweep, like an hourly or a 30-minute higher low sweep into some type of long or short signature. Here we see Asia actually had a relatively aggressive session today with a decent bullish trend. What did we see as well? Well, we actually did form this high at this 442 window, which we ended up rejecting off of a little bit here. Then what did pre-London session do? Well, we manipulated the low of the accumulation, and then gave us a long signature into this London session range. So when it comes to London session, genuinely one of the best pieces of advice I can give to you is to trade off of these session sweeps and trade off of how Asia reacts. If Asia accumulates, London will typically manipulate one side of Asia's range and then distribute to the other. If Asia has a more aggressive move, London will either accumulate or it will continue Asia's move. And yeah, that's kind of that's probably the best advice I can give. And I'll honestly, Arun, I'll make a YouTube video on that for you as well, because I've had quite a few questions of people asking me how I trade London session. So I'll definitely make a YouTube video for that as well. Hello, JL Trades, what's up? Welcome. Sean K, volume perfect now, happy to hear it. What YOLO, happy to see you back on YouTube. Obi, good seeing you again, boss. It's so sick seeing all of you coming back on the stream here. I know I've been a little inactive on YouTube, so that's my apologies, but love to see you all here. Seriously, brings a smile to my face. That'd be nice. Yeah, I'll make sure I do a YouTube video on that. Also, let me get some input in chat here. I actually just filmed my first ever face YouTube video where I'm gonna do a whole YouTube video where I have a face intro, like, hey everybody, this is who I am, and let's get into my last week. And so I'm gonna actually do a recap of every single trade I took last week, and break it down for you guys in one video. And there's a little face intro, and then I might throw in like some motivational content in between. What do you guys think about that? Type some ones, type something in chat that would help me realize if you guys would like that. Where are you streaming from today? Greece again? No, I'm in London with Trader Kane. I'm at his crib right now. I'm with Trader Kane, hanging out, getting some work done. That'd be nice. I wake up 5 a.m. UK time. Hell yeah. More long form videos are 2 most recent shorts. Yeah. Yeah, I do have some long form videos. 1, yes. Awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, everybody in chat here, I'm assuming you guys are going to throw a fat like on it if I do that. So a little bit, I could totally expose some stuff, but I have a nice intro. And then I also, what do you guys think about a video of me talking about like common mistakes that traders make? I have a whole YouTube video planned, and I already filmed it, of me literally talking to a camera for 15 minutes about all the ways you guys make mistakes as traders. It talks about the mindset, the psychological side, how prop firms play you as an individual, and how you play against prop firms, as well as, how do you actually focus on the process over profits? Because it's really easy to say that, but how do you actually implement that on a day-to-day basis? So if that all appeals to you guys, I will totally make an effort to push out that video ASAP. Just because, I don't know, it's really exciting for me to do this type of stuff for you guys. The Space Needle less model and setup videos and more content like that? Absolutely. Brian, I'll be on that then. I have the worst bloodshot red eye though. So if I happen to get my 100 Twitter likes and I have to face cam the stream, guys, you guys can see our bloodshot eye. Oh crap, 42 likes. No bueno. All right, well, we have about 3 minutes here to New York Open. Let's do some analysis on gold. What did we see gold do today as well? Well, gold ended up having an opposite. I mean, very similar to CL here, but we formed a nice 3-minute SMT at the highs between Euro, forming a short signature actually into these draws down here. With these accumulation draws, we also had this draw that was formed at this 254 window, which ended up getting swept out on GC, leading to a short signature. Honestly, my goals with GC for today, we still have some major draws to be swept out, not anticipating any bullish movement based on what the higher time frame is showing me. So I can anticipate that gold is just retracing into this EQ before we see an expansion lower. Where you been in London? London. I've kind of been everywhere, to be honest with you. What is the breaker block indicator and the settings, please? I just use the breaker block by Lux Algo. I just turn off everything except the stop at break first line and input status line. That's it. Very simple. Lol, fair. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, yeah, I've been like Potter's Bar, Camden, everywhere, dude. Lots of spots. I wish I could give you one. You mentioned link of Discord lifetime. Please, love to eagerly waiting for this. Yeah, Sheena. Sheena, if you send me a message on Discord or Twitter, I'll respond to you at the end of the stream. Just shoot me. If you don't have my Discord, let me know. I can also just type it in chat here. Shoot me a message. Potter's Bar, that's where my wife is from. No way. No way. That's awesome. Actually, where one of my friends is, so I was staying in Potter's Bar for a bit. That's really cool, Cream. Stoked to hear that. So what does auto bias 1 and 2 mean for TT's indicator? Auto bias actually allows you, it gives you, it will literally help you find setups of a specific thing. So if you have auto bias set up on GC for like the 15-minute, it will only give you setups that form on the 4-hour and the 15. And so here we see this 15-minute long signature that formed out that gave a long signature on gold. Also down here, the auto bias gave an indicator here. Watch Day Trading Realtor's video. He just released a little thing on Twitter about auto bias. Bit of a shithole. Yeah, it's an interesting spot. It's nothing crazy. It's definitely, it's a much quieter spot. Hey Leo, yo, Crypto Origin, what's up? Crypto Origin, how's it going? Do giveaway, dude. Arun, maybe I will. What should I give away? All right, that's 9:30 open. That is 9:30 open. Morning, Leo. How are you today? Kellyo, I'm doing great. Honestly, fantastic day. Can't complain. I'm here with the boys in London. The vibes. It is the vibes here. Can't complain too much, to be so honest with you. A cool spot here. I like being in London. I like being surrounded by some motivators. Being around Kane and those guys is always a fun day, to say the least. Here we are. We are pulling into this 3-minute breaker block here on NASDAQ. See what happens. Let's see how market reacts here, right? Alrighty, absolutely crushing below this breaker here. ES following the same here. No SMT at the highs yet. Let's see what happens with market, right? What time frame do you use most from higher time frame, lower time frame? I use 4-hour and hourly ecom. 4-hour and hourly are my best. Kellyo, how are you doing today though? How's everything with you? All right, looks like we're approaching these data lows here. If we see a sweep out of these data lows, I will be anticipating to look for some type of long signature and sweep out these data highs. I just don't see current NASDAQ pushing lower right now. Higher time frame, clearly this would just be considered a deep retrace. Higher time frame wants to go higher. We also, inside of this breaker, we formed a very, very, very large unicorn. We have a huge, huge fair value that formed here as well, right? Inside of this breaker too, which is a classic unicorn. So just want to make that clear to all of you here. We're pulling both into a fair value and a 3-minute breaker block. I wish you live streamed another day. Kane doesn't live stream. I will do a live stream tomorrow. External liquidity versus internal liquidity. Do you want to know what it is? I mean, external is liquidity that is outside of the range or like external, and then internal or like internal draws. Like here, the C2 is inside of the range of the day. So this would be considered internal liquidity. This data high is the external for the day since it is the current Wednesday high. Alrighty, sweeping, absolutely crushing lower here. Let's see how ES, I honestly think ES is going to react by bouncing off of this breaker here. Curious to see if we get a sweep out of these data lows. I'm going to mark these out on ES as well. I really want to get back into some more YouTube videos or to some more streams though, guys. I do miss them, believe it or not. Data lows here, and then we have our data highs. Data highs, right? Awesome. Option content, Danny, we're actually still working on it. I do promise I did not forget about that. We're actually cooking on some stuff. Maybe even at the end of the stream, I'll show you guys a little bit of what we're working on. Little teaser. So ideally what I would like to see here is see NASDAQ sweep out these data lows. ES respect this breaker. We form a major SMT at these lows. Once we form a major SMT at these lows, we can then look for some type of confirmation higher. Right now, we're actually forming an inversion fair value gap. It's quite large, quite a large stop, but we did just form an inversion with this closure below. So we are now forming an inversion fair value gap here. Oh man, you read my message. I have to say thank you. You changed my 9 years studying trading, so thank you. I'm happy to hear that, Primer. Very, very happy to hear that. I mean, that's the goal, right? There we go with gold once again. As I said, higher time frame right now, not looking like it's too bearish. Higher time frame on gold looks relatively bullish. CL as well, absolutely crushed. There's that pre-930, just crushed that internal liquidity. Looks like it's now reaching its way into these draws down here at 62.94. Good morning, Charles. Good morning. How are we doing today? Good morning. Good morning. All right, we're pulling back into this inversion fair value. It looks like if we sweep out data lows, we'll form a major SMT between NAS and ES. God, I'm so tempted to do a little face cam with you guys, but I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I have that sauce in me yet. Yeah, let me show you guys a little bit. Like chat. Let me give you guys little teasers to what we're cooking up here. Ready? And I mean that, right? If you're trading with the idea of only wanting to make profits rather than truly enjoying the process, I'm sorry to say, but you're just not going to. So chat, I honestly speak the real truth behind trading. So if you guys are interested in that type of content, let me know. Let's focus on being green. Let's see the handsome face. Don't know about handsome, but I appreciate it. Brunus, good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you better. I appreciate that. Finally doing better, right? Been a bit of a rough one. No, Tommy, you're absolutely right. No reason to retract the message. Let's focus on being green today. Right now, no setup is forming for myself, right? I have no reason to trade this current market. Aggressive bearish move. I'm looking to see these data lows swept out, maybe form an SMT and look for a long signature back into these data highs. If I don't get that, I will not be trading right now. I have my game plan in my mind. Gold right now, we're seeing a continuation higher actually off of that sweep. CL here, not much to see. Yeah, honestly, guys, this is just to sit back in the saddle right now. Let's see if we can take a trade on stream, but I will not be forcing anything today, right? I already did actually get a win, a double win on NASDAQ this morning, which was pretty solid. Do you guys, while we wait for this to play out, who would want a little trade recap? Honoré, how's it going, brother? Good seeing Honoré. Allô, allô, mec, comment ça va? Ça va? Yeah, like, I'll give you guys a little teaser here. Give you guys a little teaser, eh? Like, if I wanted to, I mean, it's kind of on a laptop. It's on Kane's monitor thing, so it's not a real face cam. But I'm in a hoodie right now. Who wants a little teaser while we wait? Wait, are you French? Yes, I am, Charles. Yes, I am. French and English. More English, but looking for the sweep, then reversal to upside 2 or what? You know it. Honoré, by the way, is one of my really, really good friends in uni. So, hello. Have a good one. See you. Love it, love it, love it here. Gold looking like it's going to sweep out these highs. Gold might be running up towards those 10 o'clock highs from yesterday as well. CL forming that opening range. Put some clothes on before streaming. Dude, trust me, clothes is on. I'm in a fat and heavy hoodie. Yash, what's up? Welcome to the stream, boss. Long at 984. Long at 984. You guys are some risky biscuits. Love from India. I appreciate that. Best young trader in the game right here. Philip, really appreciate that as well. Are we taking longs or shorts? Right now, I'm looking to see a sweep out of these data lows and then looking for longs into these data highs. So to put this in perspective visually for you guys, sweep data lows, create SMT. I'd like to see a sweep of data lows. Then I'd like to see an SMT form like this. I want to see an SMT form between NASDAQ and ES. If NASDAQ sweeps out these data lows, we form an SMT. Form an SMT, we sweep out this liquidity here. We then form a long signature back into these data highs. This is the setup I'm looking for today. If I do not get it, I will not be trading it. If hit banger this morning, gosh, man, yeah. Are we taking long short? Love from India. Yash, love from the UK right now. Best young trader in the game. Philip, really appreciate that. Jay, what's the reason behind this long at 984? What's the reason for this long at 984? I'm just curious to see your thought process. I can see potentially what you're looking at, but I just want you to break it down. $873.20. Yeah, it's probably down to these lows. $873.20. Even 882 here. Yeah, it looks like NAS is leading the move here, rejecting off of the EQ of this inversion. As you guys know, fair value gaps, the strongest part of a fair value gap is the encroachment. It is the 50% marker of a fair value. So what are we seeing here? We're actually respecting the inversion, which is causing a continuation lower. Honestly, could have been a decent entry. If we get a closure here, we might see a continuation lower. ES is nowhere near as weak as NASDAQ right now. So NASDAQ looks like it's going to lead the manipulation, which is meaning that NASDAQ is going to lead the sweep. Therefore, I will be looking to trade the lagging asset, aka the stronger asset, which in this example would be ES. I have a bubbly drink. My apologies, guys. It's tough to talk with the bubbles. YM swept data lows, are we not taking that into account? We could definitely take that into account. I'm currently watching NAS and ES though, since we do have a lot of correlation with NAS and ES at the moment. So here we go. Nas is about to sweep out these data lows. ES is nowhere close. Love that you're in the UK. Will you be streaming during London at any point? Might do a London stream tomorrow, actually, Vic. Already have that SMT on CFDs, NASDAQ. Yep, you are correct, Ecom. Any tips for drawdown moments? I've been on a really bad streak and it's really hard to see the lights out of the tunnel. Any tips and advice? Arturo, what's your sizing looking like right now? I think I formed, AMD formed on 1 hour chart. Like, correct me if it's manipulating, going to sweep PSL. I mean, here right now, we formed a deep retrace into some, we didn't sweep out these draws here, but we formed a deep retrace into a continuation. We're now sweeping. If we sweep out the previous hourly low, which is also the data low, we're going to probably see a continuation higher into these all-time highs. I don't see AMD on the hourly right now with NASDAQ. London session stream would be dope. Yeah, maybe I'll plan that. All right, looks like we just got a sweep of this London session here. Not quite the sweep I was looking for. It's kind of like almost an equal lows here, but would like to see this sweep. CL shorts was the play. CL shorts is probably the play here. Yeah. Retrace into that as well. CL didn't look bad there on the 3. GC heading up to those highs. There we go. Back into this sweep of these data lows here. Really, really playing off this inversion well. Very, very well here. Super, super well off this inversion. Missed my entry there. I would have done an entry something like this. And targeted like a 1.5 here. I'm not in this, by the way. I'm in CL shorts. Very nice. Very, very nice, Hunter. But yeah, Arturo, let me know, what does your sizing look like and what type of account? Like, it really depends on how you're approaching it as well. All right, we have now formed an SMT at the lows between NAS and ES here. As we can see, NAS has swept out the data lows. ES is nowhere close. So we are currently have now formed an SMT, right? Once we form an SMT, what do I typically like to look for? Well, I'm looking to potentially look into some long continuations back into this New York AM session high, right? That would be ideal for myself right now. Y'all got me tempted to like whip on a face cam. Just say, screw it, whip on a face cam. Rip it, rip the Band-Aid. Just rip the Band-Aid, chat. Rip the Band-Aid. Just do it, Leo. Just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go. And we are waiting here, sweeping out the data lows, the usuals. Alrighty, what are we seeing here? I'm new to your channel. Do you live stream daily? Alice, I'm going to start live streaming daily starting September 16th. So stay tuned for that. Do it, bro. Put the face cam on. If we sweep 23,967 on NAS, can we begin to look for possible longs? 23,967. For myself, actually, I'm looking to see a sweep of these lows, these data lows. And now for myself with these data lows, we're actually forming a SIST here. So for myself, if we actually get a closure above the SIST, this will give me an entry signature into my model. No, just missed it. No. When you travel back to the States, I get back on the 15th of September. Dude, I was always moving my stop loss. How to trust the stop loss. If you define one entry model and you practice that entry model and you define it, like if it's a swing point, if it's whatever, that is what is going to truly be. You have to find your true stop, right? Every model has a way that you define your stop losses, whether it's a range or a swing point or a change in state of delivery or the outside or inside of a breaker, 50%, equilibrium, so on and so forth. So if you find that, then yes, you will indeed find where exactly your stop should lie and you should stay consistent with it. Because the point of your entry model isn't to just shift your stop because of your emotions. That's exactly how you lose the profitability and the consistency of trading. You have to actually sit down and stick with the same stop loss, stick with the same RR or find those draws on liquidity, because that in the end is what's going to allow you to be consistent. If you find consistency with your entries and your exits, you're going to find consistency with your profits. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, so I'll be back in the States on the 15th of September. Then I'm actually back in London on the 23rd, but I will be streaming. I'm bringing the full setup, the kit, everything. Yeah, don't be afraid to ask me any questions. Would you take the sweep? I do like this sweep. I am actually a fan of this data low sweep here. We have major SMT. ES is also holding well above this breaker, so we know market does have some relative strength right now. NAS is just getting artificially manipulated right now by market makers, sweeping out these data lows. ES is showing more of the real move here, which is that we do have some relative strength in market. We do have SMT with ES, correct. We are absolutely sweeping these data lows though. And there's a chance that market just continues lower and I get invalidated. And if that's the case, so be it, right? That's just the reality for today then. 0.25% risk per trade on 50K, down 2% right now. Maximum loss limit is at 3.5%. What about contract? So, okay, 0.25% risk. What's your entry model? 9 minutes 45 will be full down, my man. Thank you. Wait, I'm confused, Primer. What do you mean by that? What do you mean, boss man? Well, I'm gonna throw up an Instagram story real quick, then I'm live. Let me just get my YouTube live link ready. 1 second here, guys. Alrighty, sweeping out here. See, these data lows are holding relatively well. ES is still holding above this breaker. I'm telling you, we get this sweep, we get some type of change in state of delivery, we might get a nice long signature back into this New York AM session high. Just saying. Just saying. That's all I'm gonna say. Ooh, we hit the light goal, guys. Might have to whip on the face cam here. Oof. God, I'm nervous, man. I don't have that dog in me. Because it forms with the Sisti. It forms with the Sisti Brunus. That's why. Why I'm about to hit London lows. Gosh. Goddamn. Yeah, YM is probably on the ripper, dude. YM is on the ripper, isn't it? Let's check out YM, shall we? Yeah, look at this baby right here. YM is on the ripper, swept out these London lows. Has not swept out that 5 o'clock draw, though. Ideally, would like to see that 5 o'clock draw get swept. That's a major DOL for me. Hence why I'm not paying attention to YM. I mean, here, there's quite a discrepancy in market right now. Major SMT forming between NAS and ES right now. Yeah, just got to be honest about that. So let's focus on getting a trade on before getting a face cam on. True, Tommy. True. I mean, that's kind of what we're trying to do here. But I'm also not going to rush an entry just because I'm streaming, you know? Yes, correct, Brunus. Only validates SMT if the setup forms. Correct. Or else it would show literally every micro SMT and it would clutter your chart because SMTs occur all the time in the market, right? Which is what I like about the indicator, actually. It's really good with that. Yeah, showing some relative strength off this 3-minute breaker here. Gosh. I mean, we are sweeping out this low. So if I do see a closure technically above this change in state of delivery, that's an SMT and a Sisti closure. So I might actually take this long here. If I get a closure above the Sisti, I might be looking for longs. Once again, guys, I do not alert my exact entries on YouTube. That is more my Discord because I want to not get sued. I trade your model TTFM and CTU. I don't think model. I believe it's my mental, but I don't really know. Arturo, send me a message on Twitter. Let's set up a call. Like literally 15 minutes. I'd love to talk to you about it. I'm serious. DM me on Twitter, Instagram, or Discord. Mention that you're Arturo on YouTube. Let's talk it through, boss. Send alert on CL on your level. Yeah, CL's probably bouncing off. Yeah, I mean, there we go. We're now pulling into this fair value gap here that I mentioned on CL. We're rejecting off of it too. Kind of what I was anticipating there. YM got that sisty. How would you get sued? No, Almond, it's not like a real would I get sued. It's just like because it's a liability if I start talking about my entries. But you guys have to realize these streams are purely educational. Purely educational streams. Do you know the science behind SMT? Like, is it having the background that makes it a good hypothesis for moving up or down? Honore, you should check out my article that I wrote. Check that LinkedIn, baby. Check that LinkedIn. I wrote a whole thing on SMT. I'm gonna make him read my article. Honore is one of my really good friends and in uni, guys. For those of you wondering. Bryce said you were the man, so I had to come see what it was all about. Oakley Options. What is up, Oakley? How we doing? Dude, Bryce is the boy. Hi. Oh my god. Guys, it's T-Trades in my chat. Oh my god, it's T-Trades in my chat. It's T-Trades in my chat. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm freaking out. All right, so in an ideal situation, this is the vibe, guys. This is the vibe. This is the vibe. This is the vibe. Yoga con Elena. How's it going? T in the house. I wanted a long ES, but YM didn't take low. I know. I literally was just pointing that out. YM did not take out that 5 o'clock low. I want YM to take out that low. But here right now, Nas did sweep out data lows and formed SMT with ES. And ES is bouncing off this 3-minute breaker. Thought TT is you? Yeah, definitely not. TT is not me. Shameless LinkedIn plug. Gotta hit 1K connections. You know it, dog. What's up, TT boss? T-Trades, big friend. T, the indicator's freaking awesome. I can't long unless YM takes that low. Fair enough. I mean, that falls with your model. All right, guys, I'm hitting this. Get that. Bang bang. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Psych. Yeah, luckily, no retrace on that. Bang bang. Wowza. Yeah, YM's probably taking out that low very soon. Very, very soon. We have 10 o'clock in 9 minutes. Data lows were not ready. Yeah, MNQ. Oh dear. Damn. I join your Discord. It's link in the description, Jan. Link in the description. That was quick. Yes, long or short. What is bias? Yeah, guys, this is why the patience is key, right? I do agree with you that I would like to see that 5 o'clock low get swept on YM. Ideally, in a perfect situation, in a perfect world, that would be ideal, right? Yeah, what was the reason behind that though? No news data. That was a crazy wick. Let's check out this new trade. Oh, not this one. Where is it? No, I'm tripping. Where's the button? Where's the button? Community, notifications, calendars, screeners. No, it's not that. I don't know why it's not showing up for me. All right, well, that's an invalidation. Luckily, no entry was taken. Yeah, this inversion held really well on NQ as well. We're in rollover period. Fair enough. We're on the end game now. Yeah. I'm just going to wait for 23,867. Yeah, honestly, I'm just going to pull a T here and I'm waiting for this 5 o'clock low on YM to get swept out. Form that SMT at the lows. Give me a long signature. 5M low on YM T-Trades. Did you hit stop loss? Trade was not taken yet. I didn't even get to log in the trade copier, luckily. No trades taken. I just have my profits from my 2 trades this morning. Yeah, I was going to try and enter, but I was too much focused on the stream, so I was not logged into my trade copier. No trade was taken. I would have absolutely, to full transparency though, if I wasn't that trade, I would have absolutely got my stop swiped within about 3 seconds of entering. Yes, current day low. Yep. Oh dear. Hey Leo, is there a reason you're referencing the 3-minute IFUG specifically? What goes on in the time frame you select to make your entry from? 3-minute, 30-minute, 5-minute hourly alignment have worked the best with me. Most consistent. I've also just really gotten used to them. It's personal preferences trades, but for the 3 and the 5 and the 30 and hourly, those have just genuinely been the best. All right, well, there's our long signature now. There is our long signature. Could try light size on this, but YM has not taken out that low. I try light size on these longs here. Let me get my fill. All right, light size on these longs. All right, I'm trying very light size on these longs. Fill is at 35.75. Could get fried on these, and that's okay. I'm literally just going for 2R on these, quick 39-point trade. If I get swiped on these, I get swiped on these. That's the reality, right? Small loss. Need YM to take low. YM to take low. Chance I get absolutely fried on these again, and that's okay if possible. Luckily, didn't get fried on the first time. But 19-point stop. I'll still be green on the day for my 2 wins this morning, but might just get swiped here. And that might just be the reality. And that's just going to be a small loss for me, and that's okay. Still will be green on the day and swiped. All right, stop was hit on that. Are you going to be in the lab in October too? Yes, I am. I am going to. All right, stop was swiped on that one as well. A-okay. Little 19-point loss. We are still up $624.72 on the day on my accounts. Can't complain. How would you still be green on the day? Tommy, I took 2 trades pre-New York session. I took a long on GC and a long on NQ this morning. Text me right now and I'll answer you later, Arturo. You haven't taken anything else. Tommy, if you check, I took GC. I took GC this morning. Right here. If I go on the 3-minute, I took GC on the 3. I took this long for 2R on GC. And then I also took NASDAQ this morning too. Here we go. I took NASDAQ for 2R as well. I don't know. 1 minute for me tends to be quite hectic. I really don't like super small time frame. That's like full transparency. I just don't like 1 minute is just a little too hectic for myself. Sometimes you'll catch me on 1 minute, but I prefer 3 and 5 minute. Look, CL. CL is probably rejecting off that. Yep, rejecting off that fair value. Very nice. Very, very nice. Pulling into the 25% retracement of the initial balance breakout as well here. Very nice. Yeah, AA, I am going to be in the lab. I have a referral as well, so let me know if you're interested. Just shoot me a message. Also, we are starting the next cycle on the mentorship as well. So for any of you, honestly, just in chat, thought I'd say this. If any of you are interested in that at all, let me know. Shoot me a message on Twitter, on Instagram, whichever. I'll make sure I get to that. But I do selective mentorships. We have 3 spots left for this month, or it's a 1-month cycle. So let me know if you guys would be interested. But yeah, hit the like, guys. Hit the like. What Sheena said, 197 and 59 likes. I think we can get it to 100 likes. I really think 41 more of you could like the stream right now. I definitely think so. See if YM is gonna do its magic here and sweep out this low. I do want to see YM sweep out this 5 o'clock. Not doing that quite yet. That's all right. If you are interested, shoot me a message on Twitter or Instagram. I'll answer all questions there. Any questions you guys have, I'll answer them there. Here we go. There we go. We went from 59 to 72. There we go. You only consider the sweep of 30 minutes or 1 hour lows, or do you pair it up with higher time frame PDA rate? I do like to pair it up with higher time frame PDA rate. Not all the time, though. I won't lie. What's the curriculum of the mentorship? Weekly calls. We have weekly live one-on-one calls, live trading, educational rundowns, trade recaps, teach you a model, so on and so forth. Why do you need YM to sweep? I mean, it's a clear draw that could then finally signal the assets to go more into a long position. Brother, gold analysis, please. Okay. Got you. Here we go. There we go. 76. There we go. Yeah, Bob, if you're interested, shoot me a message. Sheena, I will be starting September 16th. Starting September 16th. I know it's the date. I'm giving you guys the date, but it's serious. It's target for YM, so then other assets can go higher. Bingo, bingo, what T said. Kind of exactly what I mentioned there. Sweep out's major draw allows other assets to go higher. Because ES is still holding this 3-minute breaker here. NASDAQ is finally weakening on the bearish side here. I'm expecting a bullish continuation. I'm going to remove that inversion right now. Those 30-minute sweeps lower probability than 1 hour sweep, and if so, why do you take them? Honestly, I mean, great question as well, Juan. 30-minute sweeps, I wouldn't technically say lower than 1 hour. It really depends on the alignment that you're using, as well as if you're aligning it with some higher time frame PD array. 3-minute for myself, sometimes what I do enjoy about it is I do get earlier entries. 5-minute requires you to wait for 2 minutes more before a 3-minute entry. So especially if I see like a large external sweep, like if we sweep out a 30-minute high, which is also the external draw on the day, allows me to get an earlier entry. That's one of the main reasons I like it as well. Plus, yeah, honestly for myself, that's what I've found to be very useful. We'll see if we get this sweep out here. Pulling into this fair value, maybe we reject off this fair value and get a continuation lower. Bang. See what happens here. We got 22 more likes till we're at 100 on the stream, guys. I think we can hit it. Bro, want to meet you personally. Ha ha ha. One day. Hey, one day, boss. All good, Leo. Just message you. Appreciate you, Chief. Appreciate you, Bobby. Even more. Oh, we got the select prop firm ads going on right now. You guys want a prop firm? Select prop firm. You guys know where to find them. You guys know where to find them. Please gold. Right. Sorry. We did want the GC rundown. This is true. Looks like Nas is now getting that continuation. Hiya. Hiya. Sweep out. Yeah, that's a valid sweep out. Nasdaq's not going to give me the continuation I wanted off that sweep. A-okay, guys. It happens. It happens. See if I have this. Yeah. Yeah, damn. Stopped out. That's just going to continue higher to that 2R. All part of the game. All part of the game. That's A-okay. Well, I'll send you on Discord my trade I was looking to take if YM took the low. Yeah, shoot it to me. Let's do some gold analysis. Oh boy. I mean, gold had sweep outs on New York AM session here. Major SMT formed a short signature. Now we're getting a retrace into it. We're above the 30-minute. We're now in the premium of this bearish move, which is not a fan. So for me, this is a no trade on GC. No setup forms. If I'm looking for GC, I want to see a sweep out of this New York AM session high, then look for shorts, or a sweep of the low, then look for long. But right now, this is a current no trade for me on gold. Not interested at all. Yeah, let me see what you sent me. One sec. Yeah, no, I know exactly the trade you're looking for, T. When you said you're watching for YM to take out the low, I knew exactly what you were saying. Yeah, that would have been beautiful. Taking ES into those longs would have been just a chef kiss there. An absolute chef's kiss. Absolute chef's kiss. Yeah, well, Nasdaq now is doing exactly what I wanted. We just got taken out by we got taken out by 0.5 points. We got taken out by 0.5 points on that. And what about it? And what about it? An ugly 30-minute fractal. Yeah, not a pretty 30-minute fractal. I think we can all agree on that. Yeah, CL is doing whatever it wants here. CL is not top, to say the least. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Yeah, honestly, might just be walking away here for right now, guys. Full honesty, full transparency. I mean, when we're looking at this price action, do you really just want to sit on here and trade this? Honestly, no. You don't. The real answer is you just don't wanna. There's no reason to. Are you in trade? I am not in a trade. No, I got stopped out of my trade. I got taken out of my trade. Sadly, sadly, sadly. But hey, that's the reality. Now we're pulling into this inversion. Once again, we're going to get a closure above, and these data highs are going to get swept exactly like what I wanted to see originally. Sweep out of it. Guys, on the start of the stream, I said I wanted to see a sweep of data lows, form an SMT with ES and NASDAQ, and then see a continuation into data highs. Guarantee that's exactly what's about to happen. That is exactly what's about to happen. We're about to get a spot on fractal into these data highs. Because ES here too is now approaching these data highs relatively quicker than NASDAQ here as well. So it's looking like we're probably going to get a confirmation into these longs. Showing off the charts for today before I lose money. When are you moving back in, Mech? I come back on the 15th, Honoré. And then I leave back to London for the 23rd to the 29th. And then I'm back in the States. Can't ignore the 15-minute 4-hour bearish fractal short, though. This is true. This is true. This is true. This is true. Because it is pulling into that inversion. It's also pulling into this 4-hour EQ right now, which is a bit concerning, my friend. But the thing is, 2R with my original setup would have played out before the 4-hour EQ. So that would have aligned well with my long signature. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Look at this. Top fans. Look at that. All of you that chat. NQ entry point for myself would have been the closure above the change in state of delivery for that sweep, which was the original that I had over here, but that's a-okay. All right, inversion. Yeah, that would have, I think that would have just played out 1.5R now. All good. All good. I'm really curious to see how Apple's doing today after the, what'd you guys think of the iPhone 17? Oof. Yeah. News struck. Yeah, Apple's doing great, guys. Apple's in a bit of a rough spot here. I will definitely, Apple near the 200 range, I will continue to be grabbing more any day of the week. Why not stop at the low? I mean, yeah, I had my stop at the SISD low. I didn't have it at the swing low. I just wasn't feeling like risking too much. I ended up getting swept that anyways. I would have gotten swept as well at that low too, where the SMT was formed. So it would have been a stop out regardless. Gosh. There's this long signature here as well. Also formed that 5-minute SMT with ES. Shout out the Fractal for calling out this SMT. 5-minute does look cleaner here. This is true. 3-minute looks a little choppy. 5-minute did just give the long signature, pulling back into this EQ as well. Tesla to 355. Tesla to 355. Actually really neat to see. Data, man. I love data. I love data. Really quick. Edge full data here. It's showing, oh, it's just beautiful, guys. We tapped in, we created this first range here, the first 15 minutes, this opening range here from the 9:30 to the 9:45. What did we see happen? We pulled directly into the 25% retracement of the IB. Literally all shout out to our initial balance breakout indicator here. Look at this. Or it gave us our range that we needed. It gave us our exact range. Once we see that, we pulled perfectly into the 25% retracement, then got a continuation even lower. Now we're getting a break. Thing is beautiful, guys. This thing is a beautiful, beautiful indicator. Edge full with the data here. It's been really nice using them. Data-wise, just for some general analysis as well. Cannot complain. Because, I mean, if we see Apple here, what are we seeing when we typically see an IB breakout, right? When we see a breakout, we tend to look for a retracement into the 25%. And, I mean, it works very, very well. And you can use IBs as well as the gap fills for you to find more of this data. Like here it says, while we wait for this NASDAQ trade here, we'll see if we can show you guys a little bit of this edge full analysis. See if edge full is going to load up here. I don't know if you guys can even see my screen there. Maybe. Here, let's just switch the screen to edge full super quick. Look at this. Chat, let me show you guys what true data is, right? If I go here and I go into our stock portion, stock, choose my ticker, and I go Apple, right? I can do gap fill. Look at this. No filled with the gap status, but in the past 6 months of data, 59% of the time, gap ups were filled. 57% of the time, gap downs were filled. We can look at more standard reports too. Like if we wanted to with gap fill, we can also look at initial balance breakouts, opening candle continuation, as well as breakouts like the orb. So here we see a breakdown. Most of the time here, if we add this up, 31% plus 27% plus 39%, we get breakouts and breakdowns and double breaks. So 40% of the time we get a double break on Apple. We can also go to different stocks like Tesla. We can run down this data like spot on, chat. Look at this. We can also look to see, oh, look at Tesla here. Tesla, 30% of the time we get a breakout. We also get a double break 36% of the time on Tesla. And so you can use things like the opening range breakout to help you find, okay, where can I see market lying? Also with Tesla, gap fills, right? In the past 3 months, how often did Tesla fill a gap that it created from an overnight swing? 60% of the time when Tesla gapped up, it filled it, which is a 60-40 percentage. Pretty solid. Less so on the gap downside, but we can also use more relevant data, like the past 1 month. What's happening with this? Past 1 month, every time Tesla has created a gap up pre-market, we saw a 69% chance that that gap up was filled. Pretty solid. Very, very solid stuff. Genuinely, guys. It's great data if you're trying to get more of an idea for where market truly lies through backed up data. And that's the beauty of it. That's the true beauty of data, guys. Data does that for you. It gives you the confidence that you need to start adding into your trades, finding where the true, there we go, there's the trading view again, where you can actually see these gap ups. So if we look at Tesla in the past 1 month, well, look at that. Every time we formed a gap up, we filled the gap. Gap up, filled the gap. Gap up, filled the gap. See? Data doesn't lie. You could easily see the gap up, take a short into that gap down. Gap up, take a short into the gap down. Gap up, take the short into the gap down. Right? And here, obviously, we haven't filled it out quite yet. This was a major gap on Tesla, but it's pretty cool when you see data do that. Anyways, back to stream. Back to the stream. How's everybody, though? Tesla hour 4 fractal. There we go. Once again, rejecting off the inversion fair value gap here. Yeah, guys, for me, I'm not going to lie. This is going to be a no trade for me. This is going to be a no trade. This is going to be a no trade AM for myself. I took my one loss. I'm proud of it. It was an entry. I got stopped out in about 15 seconds. Still green on the day. We are up $624.72 on all the fundeds. And that's just a reality, guys. We're going to sit it and be okay with it. If 64, we might take trade in NQ 3-minute, 5-minute. Yeah, and then we could potentially see a continuation. I will say today, I'm looking to see data highs get swept out. I will say it. I'm looking to see Tesla sweep out data highs. That is my goal for today. If I do get a position and I actually find the confidence for one, then I will just let you guys know. But for myself right now, I'm just not interested in forcing any trades. I took my one trade. It wasn't a winner. So be it, right? We bite the bullet. We move on. That's the reality. What indicator do you use? I use the fractal model indicator. The fractal model indicator. That is what I'm using right now. Yeah, that's going to be reality for me. One loss is enough to make you quit for the day. Tommy, it's my third trade on the day. I took 2 trades once again for chat. What did I take? I took 2 trades. I took gold longs this morning for 2R. I also took NASDAQ longs for 1.5R and took my runner out at 2R. So today I'm currently 2 wins, 1 loss on the day. For me, 3 trades is my maximum on the day. I never take over 3 trades. Shut up, loser, full port. Guys, if T says I do it, I need to do it, right? What am I full porting? All right, chat, I'm full porting longs into data highs. Joking. I'm joking. You're ridiculous, T. Absolutely ridiculous, bro. Somebody get him, chat. Somebody get him. I'm kidding. Annoyed YM didn't take the low and I wanted ES long. Yeah, I don't blame you. YM was teasing you. YM literally edged you. Look at this. It edged you by 6 points. Yikes. Unfortunate. You took the trade in your live option. Yes, correct, Sheena. Correct. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about the mentorship or any of my alert services or anything, let me know. But once again, I do these free lives for a reason, right? Trying to provide as much free education for you guys and those that want to level up even more. I have services for you. Never going to fully promote them, but I will always point you in those directions if you're interested. On go to T-Trade's channel to learn about his model. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? He is the man behind the magic. There goes those NASDAQ longs. Ladies and gents, there goes those NASDAQ longs. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. you expect longs from now? I'm expecting data highs. Yep. I'm the first time in your channel. You are too good to describe. Are you from USA? I am from the USA, KT. I want to get live every day with you. Like, want to see you trade. So I choose option community or lab. Send me a message, Sheena. Honestly, I just really want to make sure you choose the correct selection. So send me a little message on Discord and we can discuss. I can help you figure out kind of what your priorities are and where they lie. And that way I can point you in the right direction. I mean it. Shoot me a message on Discord, Twitter, Instagram. Alrighty. For me, I think this is going to be, I'm off the charts for right now, guys. I'm off the charts for right now. I do trade full-time, MJ. I do trade full-time. Trading is my full-time job. And believe it or not, guys, I know this is going to sound crazy. Trading is more of a full-time job than my services. I make like 95% more money from trading than I do from any of my services because I'm a true trader. Believe it or not, chat. I trade full-time. This is my full-time job. Hopping on from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., taking a trade, viciously looking at the charts on my phone whenever I get the option to open up my phone. That is my job, guys. That is my job. I can verify. T can verify this, guys. T can verify that this is indeed my full-time job. Maybe I'll do a little face cam to end off the stream here. What do you think? Chat? 21s in chat from individual people, and I'll whip a little face cam. I'm also in jobs, but I list more than 10K for over trading, over leveraging. You need to set risk rules and set your rules ASAP. My biggest loss this year when I was with Leo in January. Whoops. Hey guys, not financial advice. This was not indeed, this was not my trade. Hell yeah. Or right before, I think it was right before I came. I don't think it was during. I feel like I would have known if it was during. How much time it took you to become profitable? I've been trading since January 7th of 2019. It's my exact date from basically when I started. First time I ever funded a personal account. No license sign for indicator because I'm spending money all the time on it. True. How often do you trade pre-market and what did the conditions for you to trade pre-market? For example, if it was 8:30 news, do you trade that? I never trade news. I never trade news. Trading news is gambling. I will always trade post-news. If news gives me a reaction I was looking for, we sweep out some type of draw, then I'll take that draw and I'll trade. Why is NQ holding back versus ES that swept data high? ES hasn't swept out the data high yet. Data high on ES is 65.65. It hasn't swept it out quite yet. This is the data high. So both haven't been swept yet. You can learn for free. True. Damn, 6 years. It's been a minute. Yeah, 6 years of trading. I've been profitable for a few years now, but it was a good 2 years of very unprofitable trading. I lost a year and a half worth of paychecks. So definitely not the best mission. Am I just going to do a face cam here? A little tiny baby face cam. I just have a hoodie on and have a red eye. Zink, 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 zink. Yeah, you do need some data on to show the face. Chat. All right, screw it. Let's get this up and running. I'll have it on the bottom right of my screen. I'll see if I can even get this adjusted. I'm just in my hoodie. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable in Kane's house right now. Chat. Oof. Oof. Wait, how do I even get this right? Because look, I'm looking down because my laptop is here, so I can't give you guys eye contact without reading chat. Wait, maybe I whip up chat here. Thoughts? Wait, thoughts? What's up, chat? How we doing? We're in the hoodie today. We played paddle. We took a shower, and we're here now, right? So don't give me any rough time here, chat. How can I focus on trading now? You guys are ridiculous. I'm in Kane's living room. I am in Kane's living room. Yeah, we've been filming all morning on my DJI as well. We've been absolutely cooking on this. This is my face, chat. Insane. Face reveal. Oh my god, looks cold. Chill, bro. My girl is next to me. My bad, sushi. Tell your girl I say thank you to you for loaning me a $1 million bill. E-Trade's face has revealed. You guys are funny. Driving the G-Wagon day, you make me hot. Bro, y'all are... I don't live with Kane. I'm just visiting. Y'all are whack. Here, I'll make the face cam a little larger for y'all. That's weird because, dude, I gotta like put this up on a stand because the camera's up here. So if I want to give you eye contact, I gotta do this. Don't mind myself though, chat. I'm a little rough today. Chill, bro. Bro stole my girlfriend. Damn. Damn, man. Damn. Hey, yo, chat moving brazy. Yeah, is that my camera I sent you or Kane? Wait, I'm confused. Is that my camera? No, I'm just on a literal, I'm on a actual Mac. This is the Mac camera. I'm on Kane's Mac camera right now. That's what we're ripping. Chat, more face cam live streams? Thoughts? 1,000% improve. Go steal Kane G-Wagon on live. Hey, stud. What's up, Zinc? Thanks for the live stream. Always learn something new every time, lol. Where's Kane? He's streaming. He's live on Ninja Trader right now, boss. My boy's live on Ninja Trader. Dude, this is weird. It's kind of weird having my face cam on here. The hoodie is going to stay on, by the way. Do you have Down syndrome? I do. I'm gonna give you some intense eye contact. Yeah, okay. I do have Down syndrome, definitely. 100%. Taking a dump? No, he's streaming. Crazy. YM to the low. Let's see. YM to the low. YM to the low. See if that happens, right? That's crazy. Man's working. That was a wild thing to ask. Yeah, it was actually a wild. I'm live tweeting out the idea. Yeah, look at that. Lol. Don't let them troll you, lol. You guys are so funny. The chat's moving now. Jeez Louise. Yeah, tough. I'm in Kane's living room right now, guys. Hold on. What do you guys think of the hoodie? Tough? Yeah. Yeah. Rifted. 15 USD, baby. 15 USD for this hoodie. I'm moving, chat. I am moving in silence, chat. ES Longs, baby. Yeah, ES Longs probably went rippy. They did. Chat, I'm moving in silence right now. Thrifted hoodie. I'm like that. I'm like that, chat. Anyways, though, just to be so honest with you guys, I'm looking at the screen now. Took my small loss on NASDAQ this morning. We are up $624.72 on the day on all of my prop firm accounts. Took that small loss on NQ. Sad reality, but that's also just the reality for today. Can't win them all, can't lose them all. But hey, we took the trade, we committed to it. Took long now on 5 minute. Okay, interesting. I'm curious as to what the entry was. But yeah, guys, honestly, it's looking like I'm just going to probably call off the stream here in a sec. Bro made at least 5 today. At least 5? You talking 5 bands? Dude, I mean, I did. It's all copy traded. Yeah, I think today was a 6.2K day for myself. Or a little over. I got to do the total. What prop firm to use? My Funded Futures, Top Step, Tradeify. I actually don't have Apex. I'm logged out of my Apex accounts right now. My 2FA hasn't gone through. The 2FA authentication app I actually don't have. It's not working. Wait for the IBB trade. I could wait for the IBB trade. I was looking at that as well. How many accounts do you trade, boss? Good question. How many do I trade? I mean, if I have my Apex, I'm maxed out at 20. But right now I'm on 13 accounts. I also do trade personal. Yes, I trade personal as well. Not as much as I trade prop, but I do trade personal. If I see a really good setup, I'll whip on. I have personal on my phone, and I'll take my personal. You trade your own money as well as props? Yes, I do, Philip. Bro, your hair looks amazing. What shampoo do you use? Dude, I use like a dandruff shampoo. I'm going to be so honest. I use like a dandruff shampoo. So nothing crazy. Definitely nothing crazy. I use like a 2% ketoconazole shampoo to help with some dandruff because I've been going from France to London, London to France, and just the mix between dry heat and wet, humid heat makes my scalp go crazy. No, it's not. It's literally like a medical one. It's nothing crazy. And then I just use a little light custard product. I love how I'm yapping about this while we have the charts open. This feels whack. Maybe this is why I shouldn't do face cam, man. Should I just stop? Should probably stop with the face cam, eh? Would you mind breaking down why the 5-minute 60 would be a valid trade on NASDAQ? Well, here we see the 5-minute 60 meant that there was an hourly sweep, right? So we swept out this data low, which was also happened to be the 8 o'clock low. So this became an hourly sweep. Like on the hourly time frame, we swept out of the hourly low, which was the 8 o'clock low during the 9 o'clock session. Sweep out the hourly low, then we formed, right at the 10 o'clock, we formed a closure above a change in state of delivery that caused the sweep. So this bearish candle here formed a 5-minute sweep of the lows, which also formed the SMT between ES and NASDAQ. A closure above this 5-minute 60 yields now a long signature by the fractal model, which then we can now take. And so for myself, data highs are the current target for this trade. 3 and 5-minute ICCSD, correct. Any advice on trading your own money difference to prop accounts? Philip, it depends on the size of your account. But if I'm going to be completely honest, if you're trading personal capital, you really have to have like with myself, I don't take more than 2 trades on my personal. I lock myself out at 2 trades. Like there's an automatic lockout on my account. Yeah. So I think the biggest thing for newer traders or people trading your own personal account, you need to seriously set defined risk rules. You have to stick with okay. And this is my advice with everybody. And this even goes to prop firm accounts. I'm going to say this before I end the stream here. Number 1, if you're on a personal or prop firm, have one defined entry model that you learn everything about. It could be the Fractal, the Candle to Unicorn, my model. It could be the lab model. It could be IFEGs. It could be a unicorn model. You name it, right? Stick with one singular entry model. Learn the living hell out of that entry model, everything about it, the ins and outs, where risk lies, where your stop loss lies when a trade presents itself. Like with the Fractal, do you use the low of a change in state of delivery? With the unicorn, do you use a swing low? Do you use a breaker low, right? Define where your stop loss lies when the setup presents itself. Stop changing your stop loss based on emotion. If you're too skeptical about a large stop, size lighter or don't take the trade, but do not adjust your stop because you want to risk less. If the setup presents and you know where the stop lies, stick with the same stop, just go lighter size or don't take the trade. I cannot say that enough. Seriously, clip this, paste this in your head, put this on your laptop, watch this every single day. Do not change your stop because emotionally you want to risk less. If you're already feeling like you're risking too much, you're making the first biggest mistake with your trading. You need to size lighter in your trade, first and foremost, size lighter or don't take the trade at all. That's simple, right? That is the number one thing I can say. Once you have defined your entry model and defined your risk, and what I mean by risk is a 2-to-1 R or a 1.5-to-1 R or a 1.25-to-1 R or a 1-to-1 R, right? Depends on your win percentage, depends on the model. Once you have that, limit how much you can trade. And it's so much easier said than done because I know everybody in chat right now is a little gambler. Not everybody, but a lot of you are little gamblers. You see an FOMC candle, you're trading the hell out of an FOMC candle. You see a CPI or PPI candle, you're trading the hell out of it. I'm telling you right now as well, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, limit yourself. 2 to 3 trades a day maximum. You take one good winner on the day, you're up. You hit your consistency goal, you hit your daily profit goal, whatever it might be. Stop trading on the day. Paper trade the rest. Open up a paper trading account. And if you really, really, really want to trade again and you have the money, open up another evaluation account and just use that as your fuck around account. Use that as your account that you just take trades because that way you get rid of your fix. That's literally what I've taught people and that helps them out. But you cannot just trade because you see a candlestick that has more liquidity or more price action or more aggressive price action and you want to trade it, right? If you execute without a model, that's not execution, that's just gambling. I'm going to repeat that one more time. If you execute without an entry model, you are just gambling. There is no defined entry model. I don't care if it's a winner. I don't care if it's a loser. You're gambling regardless. It's a 50-50. The second you enter a trade without an entry model, it is 50-50. You are gambling. Okay? That's another one. Once you have those defined, and I'm gonna reiterate now. Define an entry model. Define the risk behind that entry model. Stay consistent with the risk. Do not change the stop because you feel like it. Don't reduce the stop because you don't want to risk as much. Don't increase the stop, which I know a lot of you do because it's getting close to your stop. You get stopped out, it was a bad entry, probability wasn't in your favor, news stopped you out, or just, hey, the trade just didn't work out. And that's the reality, right? So once you've defined that, now just stay consistent with it. That's it. And I'm going to repeat something that I said on my last stream one more time. And I've said this on a couple streams. I actually just filmed an entire YouTube video on this concept. And I'm going to put this on your perspective with the face cam this time, because we're going to make this more intense. Okay? I'm going to increase the face cam here too. Chat. Imagine this. And I need you guys to listen to me for the next 2 minutes. Okay? Imagine this. If I told you, let's say I'm your employer in a job, not a 9 to 5, but I'm your employer, and I look at you and I go, okay, I want you to learn one entry model. All I want you to do is I want you to take that one singular entry model every day. You wake up at 9 a.m. Eastern and you trade from 9 a.m. Eastern until 11 a.m. Eastern. If no trade setup with that entry model forms, do not trade. If it does, you take the trade. You don't care about how much of profit you have. You don't care if you're up $100. You don't care if you're down $200. You just take the entry model. But here's the catch. You have to take the defined entry model and you have to take the true defined risk. Proper stop loss placement, proper draw on liquidity as your price targets, right? Don't switch it around because numbers are saying so or your emotions are saying so. You stick with the entry model I give you, you stick with the risk that I give you, and you just take the trade if a setup presents itself. And let's say I told you never to look at the profits, but if you did that every single weekday from Monday through Friday, I would guarantee you $100,000 on the year. You would be guaranteed to have $100,000 in your bank account at the end of the year if you just stuck with that. If you stuck with that one entry model with that defined risk and you never change it and you just stick with it. And if it's a loser to loser, if it's a winner and that winner keeps going higher, but you took it out at 2R, you took it out at 2R. But if you do that, I will guarantee that $100,000 is in your pocket at the end of the year. Now remove the $100,000 from the picture. And that's where a lot of you get lost in the process. Because so many of you attach your process to the profits, and the second you create that correlation between process and profits is when you lose. Because everything becomes emotional the second the numbers start pooling in. And so I mean this from the bottom of my heart because, dude, I have lost for years, dude. I lost 1.5 years worth of paychecks trading. I'm not just saying this because I'm pity-pattering my way. I lost 1.5 years of working 2 jobs worth of paychecks from trading. I've also taken $60,000 losses on options. So trust me, guys, I'm aware of what a loss is. But I mean it when I say if you stick with that and you can just focus on the process. I don't care if you're trading 1 micro. I don't care if you're paper trading. The second you fall in love with the process and can detach from the profits is when the profits start to come. I'm going to say that one more time. The second you can detach yourself from the profits and fall in love with the process is when the profits come. So I just want you all to remember that, because I seriously mean this from the bottom of my heart, that if you can spend the extra time to hone in on that and to really spend the energy to get better and to fall in love with the process, and you're not going to love it all the time, but for the most part, if you can fall in love with it, you're going to see how much your trading is going to change. And I cannot stress that enough. I really I could give you so much advice. I could teach you a model until you know everything about it. But until you have the discipline, you're not going to be profitable. That's the reality. So just take that into account, chat. I mean that. And for those of you that really need that, rewatch the video if you need to. Okay. I just cannot stress that enough. I've been detached from the process. I've been the guy that just wants to see the profits. I've also been the guy that just wants to see the profits and just wants to get rich quick. I've been a gambler. I did penny stock trading for 1 year. I got fried. I did options. I got fried. I started futures. I had more consistency because I built consistency with options. Right? So I just want to make that clear to all of you. What would make you fall in love with the process? I can't answer that question for you, Juan. And I think one of the best ways to fall in love with the process, at least for myself, is to remember your why. Okay? Why I'm low is taken out? Yes, it was. So really quick too, just before I end the stream here, because I'm going to end the stream, I want you all to remember your why. What got you into trading? Why are you here right now? Why are you guys on my live stream watching me live trade? I know you want to make money, but what's the reason? Like, why did you really start trading? What was the real reason behind it? Did you start trading because you wanted more financial freedom? Did you start trading because you wanted to work on your own schedule? Did you start trading because you just genuinely love the idea that it feels like a game, right? Think about your why when you get into trading. Days aren't easy. I took a loss on stream today. I'm lucky I'm still green on the day. But if I was red on the day, you swallow it and you move on to the next. That's the reality. You're not always going to have a good day at work. You're going to have delayed projects. You're going to have delayed deliverables. You're going to have to deal with really shitty people. The market might not be speaking to you, but the market does give you very shitty days. Sometimes you're forced to pay market tuition, and that's the reality. So anyways, guys, that was kind of the sauce I wanted to drop on this stream for all of you. I think it's a very important thing for y'all to take note of. Freedom, spot on, right? Thanks for the talk, anytime. Also, sorry I said you look like you have, Ed, you're so fine. I promise I did not take it personally. I think I'm aware that I don't have it, so I took that more as a funny joke. So yeah. KT, what's your question? I'll answer a couple more questions here and we'll end the stream. Why I'm low AO. Yeah, they were just saying that. There we go, T. Now we can start looking for longs. ES longs. ES longs. ES longs. There's that why I'm low. This is a banger thread. Hit that plug. Hit that plug. I've been trading since January 7th of 2019. NQ probably does have some strength right now. Yeah, NQ has a lot of strength. It's going to get the continuation. We would have already been out of my trade if I'd taken the original entry, but that's okay. That's the reality. All right, KT, I'll wait for your question and then I'll be ending the stream here, guys, because I do have some things to do. Got to film some videos. I'm actually in the process of, let me show you guys this real quick. I'm saucing up some content for all of you here. And just before I end the video here, I really just look at this, guys. We're exposing me too much. Yeah, whole video. Right? Chat. So if you guys want that type of content, I'll start dropping that sauce on my YouTube. Just give me the okay and I'll drop that sauce. How did you anticipate stop loss below breaker block low today? It's just typically through back testing, couple spot. I mean, I like to put a couple points below in case we retrace into the breaker. That way I don't get wicked out and then we get a continuation higher. Please, when the video coming, I'll hire an editor today and I'll get that video out in the next 72 hours if you guys are really interested in it. Let's go. Yes, sir. If you lose one trade in eval, the next trade the contract is, what do you mean by the contract is? Keep the same size as long as it falls within your risk management. We need that knowledge. It hits home when we hear it from you. The biggest thing, guys, is I want you all to understand to an extent that, like, I didn't just wake up one morning and became profitable at trading, right? I know that sounds cliche, but like I genuinely want to be honest with you guys. Like I didn't just wake up on a random Monday morning, start trading, and I started making money. I worked at a running shoe store and I worked at a Trader Joe's for like 3.5 years during high school. I hated working a physical job. I wanted to find ways to make money on my own schedule where I wasn't getting bitched by customers on a 24/7 basis. Not to mention I did like my coworkers, don't get me wrong. I've also taken massive losses. I lost 1.5 years worth of paychecks. I was not a consistent trader at all when I started. I wasn't making a dime from trading. Actually, it was quite the opposite. I literally did not need to pay taxes. I was losing so much money on trading. Felt like the government felt bad for me. I was losing so much. Just want to make that clear to all of you. So that's why when I say these things, I don't just say these because I'm trying to blabbermouth all of you into believing some fake concept. It's kind of just because I've really dealt with that situation myself. So I feel like I have more of an understanding for that. I just want to make that clear. Seriously. But all right, chat. Merci Léo, au top comme toujours. Merci beaucoup, Crypto. Thank you for coming to the stream. Merci beaucoup, mec. All right, guys. That's going to end the stream for me. YM took out the low. YM is sending it lower now. But I'm going to be ending the stream here. One loss on the stream. My government feeling bad for you. Yeah, honestly. Probably back then they were. YM hit low and now Tesla making move. Frenchman, you know it. Yeah, guys, that's going to end the stream for today. Once again, thank you all for popping by. If you guys do enjoy these type of streams and also just enjoy these random moments of me yapping, don't hesitate to just like and subscribe. I've got some fun YouTube videos up and running. I've been talking with Max and Kane. We've been sort of figuring out more of a content plan that would work for myself. I'm planning on doing more of a mix between like lifestyle content, trading content, weekly recaps like the video I mentioned at the start of the stream, and then doing also kind of like more motivational videos, like talking about the truth behind prop trading, how to become successful in trading, or what are the ins, what are the pros and cons, how can you assure yourself that you're going to become a profitable trader, things like that. So we've got a lot of good content coming to the page. I'm very, very excited for it. So yeah, I gotta be honest about that. And then also, I'm gonna end this. This is actually not a plug. It's just because the boy T is here. But if you guys are interested in prop firm trading, check out Select Prop Firm, the boy. But yeah, guys. Yeah, we definitely need more of layout. Yeah, I mean, would you guys be interested in more like face? Because I don't know. I feel like when I have the face cam, like when I'm able to give a talk like I just was, I feel like I'm able to really create more of that connection with my viewers. Would you guys be interested in that, or does that feel kind of cliche, like mentor-esque? What do you think? Face and body and give feedback to make platform better. Bingo. Face and body, body cam. Body cam? Yeah, facts. OnlyFans. Whoa. EXT, much better connection. Yeah, T trades and Leo collab. We'll do that at some point. T, we should do that at some point. Yeah, T and I will actually do an OnlyFans together, guys. 1,000 likes on the stream, we're dropping an OnlyFans. It's a good tiny window. Yeah, I think it's nice. It's like, and I think okay, now my question with the YouTube video I'm filming right now, should I have a little face cam while I break down my trades and I'm like, here's why I took this NASDAQ trade, this and this? Should I do a little face cam on that as well? Make it a little smaller like this. What do you guys think? Yes, la cam c'est parfait. Parfait, okay, je vais faire ça. I'll do that then. Whatever makes you comfortable, boss. We're here for the knowledge. Yeah, you're right, Bobby. Only bands. Bang, Eduardo. This guy spits. Sure? All right, I'll do that then. Tweet. All right, well, I'm going to go film that video. Whatever suits you, only face when you give talks. I actually don't care. Wonderful. Alrighty, guys. Well, I think that's going to conclude the stream for myself then. If we have no other questions, I will catch you on the very next stream. Once again, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out to me on Twitter, Discord, Instagram, whatever it might be. You guys know I'm here for you. I'm here to see all of you grow as individual traders. The goal is to produce education for all of you to become better traders as well. So if you did enjoy the stream today, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. And I will catch you all in the very, very next stream. Parle français avec toi avant. Ok, je parle français avec vous si tu veux. Ok, c'est tout pour moi aujourd'hui. Ciao, ciao, everybody. I'll see you guys very soon. Thanks for popping by. And see you guys in the very next stream. Might do a stream tomorrow, by the way. We might do a stream tomorrow, FY. Just letting you know. Third stream of the week. Third stream of the week. What are we thinking? YouTube stream? All right, we'll do a little YouTube stream tomorrow as well. All right, everybody. Taking NQ Sisti, potentially. We'll see. Not right now. Alrighty, guys. See you guys. Have a great stream. And I will catch you all potentially tomorrow. If not, I'll catch you guys next week. Later, everybody.